Hi everyone, this video is going to be made up of two hunts, one at Whitby Cliff and one at Runswick Bay. Hopefully you enjoy. Hi everyone and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. It's the week before the big 6-week holidays in Whitby. I'm going to head down to the East Cliff today and have a look around. It's most likely going to be quite busy, but you never know what's come down the cliff. So I'm going to head down the 199 steps right now. So there's a brand new Ferris wheel on the West Cliff. Tell me, what do you think of it? I know it's only temporary for the summer. So it's about 3 or 4 hours before low tide, so I don't think we'll have too much of a problem around. Still a little bit in over there towards where the sea defences are, but I might have a climb round. I've got wellies on. It is quite slippy still. Well, it looks like I'm the first one on the beach at the moment. No more footprints. But I'm sure as soon as it goes out a little bit more, people will start making their way on. It's definitely looking awfully sandy at the moment. Today we're going to be looking through all of the sandstone, hopefully to find some plant remains and maybe even the odd dinosaur footprint if we're very lucky. And then further around I'll keep my eye out for some normal Ammonite nodules. Hopefully we find 1 or 2 today. So if any of you remembers from my last video when I did some filming here, I got that awesome fern fossil. That would be really nice to find another one similar. So I've just found a fern fossil that has really good potential. I'll get you a close-up look. There is one running along this edge here. So if I get my chisel in and it splits like I hope it will, it could be quite nice. And it's looking very, very promising. Look how that's split. Are you ready for the big reveal? Oh, wow! Well, there's significantly less sandstone material to look through than before. Either it's all covered over by sand or it's just been pushed out by the waves. It could be a day of slim pickings today. Just an empty nodule. Well, there's an awful load of seaweed washed up. Seems quite deep as well. You've always got to be careful it doesn't go above your wellies. It is looking awfully picked over. I don't think there'll be too much to be found today. It's quite understandable though, because this is the nearest beach to Whitby town, and I'm sure everyone's down here when they come on holidays. So I've just taken a little bit of a fall. I'm usually not too bad on my feet, my balance is normally quite good, but I just had a little slip and went straight head first into one of these rocks. Luckily my hand was in front of me and I just cut it a little bit, but it could have been a lot worse. Nothing. Not quite sure what happened to my camera audio here, but basically I'm just letting you know I'm turning around now. It's one of them days where there's not that much to be found, but stay tuned because I'm going to be going to another beach next. Hi everyone and welcome back to another glorious day on the Yorkshire Coast. It's a really popular beach here in the school holidays, but I'm hopeful I'll find a few bits, hopefully find more than I did on the trip to Whitby. It's good to see a bit of movement in the sea. Hopefully it's roughed around a few rocks to search through. So we're just round at the Kettleness side now, looking very slim pickings. But I have just picked up this, a nice Ammonite, a complete example. Let me spin you back round again and we'll take a closer look at it. So this is part of a squid-like creature and it was just sat over here in this little puddle. We're looking for Ammonite nodules though, but there's quite a bit of sand over there on Kettleness beach. Hopefully when the tide goes out there'll be a bit more to be found. Well, we've got one Ammonite, which I can see on the floor, so we've definitely done better than I did at Whitby East Cliff. It's absolutely roasting today, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Ammonite now and then I'll flip you around and we'll take a look at it. So here we go, there is one inside there. Not the best example, but better than not finding anything. These Ammonite nodules were found during the wild winter months when fossil hunting's at its best, erosion is revealing new finds and hardly anyone braves a beach. Now you can get a box of your own. Each box from Bofossil.com includes 6 to 8 unopened Ammonite nodules collected from the beaches near Whitby on the Yorkshire Coast. You'll get a real mix, different sizes, different preservations, all with signs of fossils peeking out. They're great for prepping with air tools or cracking open the classic way, hammer, chisel, eye protection and a bit of patience. Each one's a natural fossil surprise waiting to be revealed. Take a look at our website if you're interested. So I've just found this, what looks like a Cleviceros wearing out of this rock. First decent find of the day really, but it's really worn on this side, so I'm just going to get my chisel in and see if I can pop it. I've given it up as a bad job. The rock was just way too hard and would not split. I've been having a bit of trouble with people copying my Instagram videos and then posting them over on Facebook. So if any of you guys use Facebook, I have made a real account. If you could do me a favour and go ahead and follow my real profile on Facebook, I'll leave the link in the comments. It'd be much appreciated. There you'll find my short form videos. So I've just found this, making my way back through the Rockpools. Finds are really hard at the moment. It's quite picked over, but this has got potential. There's a really thin Ammonite there. It might be a pseudo or a hildy, really crushed one. I'm going to get my chisel in. So let's have a look. Fingers crossed it goes well. Well, it's popped. It looks quite promising. Let's have a look how it's split. Wow, that's a belter. A beautiful sized Pseudoleoceros. A little bit of crushing, but I think I'll clean that up really well. Just needs a middle and a little tidy up. Brilliant. So that one looks fairly decent. Can't see anything initially wrong with it, although it is a little bit sea worn. Probably worth rescuing. Might even have some inner wheels under that little bit of matrix there. So we've got an Ammonite here inside this rock pool. Looks like it's been wearing out for a while. Looks like one what will actually split open really well with a chisel. So I'm going to do that right now and hopefully get a good one on camera. Not too bad at all. Hopefully you've all enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more in the future, hit that subscribe button and give the video a like. Thank you. So I've just come across this nodule here, a grey shale one. Now there's nothing actually showing, but it looks like the right sort. It's either going to have a nice ammonite in, or a fragma cone, or it'll just split badly. But let's have a look. I'll tap it until I see a keel. So a few very light taps and we'll see what gets revealed. And there was a fragma cone inside. So we've got another nodule here. There's a keel sticking out of probably a Tenucostatum. It's been in the sea for a long time, so I'm just going to tap it with my hammer, and I don't think it'll be too hard to split open. And it's gone already, so let's take a look. Quite crusty. So that's pretty much everything for today's video. I would have liked there to be more finds in it, but that's the reality of fossil hunting over the 6-week holidays, with the waves not being very rough and lots of people out collecting. But I thought it was important to show you what it's like collecting this time of year. Set your expectations. You can always come across something good, like that really nice pseudo, but it takes some effort searching in amongst the rocks. Good luck fossil hunting if you're out this time of year, and I'll see you all on the next one.